Going into, I guess this would be Sunday Night Football. Another wild upset, almost kind of back to back that we had in this week. The Bengals absolutely flopped against the Browns.
Oh my gosh.
And for a guy that's got quite a few Bengals players on their fantasy team, I'm sure that was
T. Higgins went off for me. He got a whole 0 points. Joe Burrow, he went out there. I don't know if it was just, but the past couple of seasons, his first 2 games have been bad too. So I don't know if there's not a rhythm. I don't know what the deal is with the Bengals. But I'm not worried about the Bengals either. I think they're gonna figure it out. They got Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, like they're gonna be fine. You're not gonna see Joe Burrow go out there and throw for 82
yards. He went 14 for 31.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen every week. That's an outlier game. It is pretty shocking that they got beat that bad. What was it, 24-3?
I don't remember the.
Yeah, it had to be 24-3, but that was embarrassing. Oh, it was to the Browns. And they
24-3.
Jamar Chase was talking all that crap, saying they're calling them the elves and everything, and they still went out there and whooped them. Oh man, that was bad. That was a bad L. But I think they'll be all right. What do you think?
So, I guess let me ask you a question that will kind of segue me into my point. Do you think the Browns are actually going to be a decent team this year? Do you think that's more to blame? Is the Browns just having a good game, or the Bengals just having a really off game?
Hell no. I do not think the Browns are going to be good this year. No. They're not going to make the playoffs. You heard it here first. Actually, you probably heard it here everywhere.
You heard it everywhere first.
No, I don't think the Browns are going to make the playoffs. No. It's crazy how, like, out of the spotlight Deshaun Watson is now that he's in Cleveland. Like, nobody cares anymore. When he was on the Texans cooking it up before the allegations, he was like, people were talking about him a lot because he was a great quarterback. But if he can get back to the play that he was at, if he takes the Browns to the playoffs, you're going to be hearing Deshaun Watson's name again. No one talks about him anymore. No one cares about the Browns. Just a bad franchise, poverty franchise.
If I'm being honest, I don't, unless he's like getting them to like second round playoffs, I don't think there's still going to be a whole lot of Deshaun Watson attention.
Oh no, if they just make it to the playoffs, bro, they're not supposed to make the playoffs. They're not good.
You have Deshaun Watson though. I feel like you should make the playoffs, and Nick Chubb and Myles Garrett. Good point.
But yeah, Nick Chubb is a dog. Oh, he's really good. And Myles Garrett, I don't know how long he's gonna be there. He needs to get out of there. He's too talented.
I would say the same for Nick Chubb.
Yeah, right. It's just the running back market's so trash. The Browns are probably gonna overpay him just to keep him. So he's probably gonna stay. But Myles Garrett can get paid anywhere. So unless he locks down an extension, but. Man,
the Browns can afford him because they're not throwing big money at a lot of teams. So
they can make Myles Garrett one of the highest paid defensive players in the NFL, but I'm sure there's some other teams I'd be willing. He needs a change of scenery, man. Myles Garrett is way too good to be in Cleveland.
As an A&M guy and Myles Garrett being from A&M, it is depressing that like one of the best players like in the league that came from Texas A&M
is there
plays for the freaking Browns,
and
dude.
I'm not turning on the Browns. Unless they're playing, even if they are playing a good team, like
we didn't even completely watch this game. Like it's the Browns, right? Yeah. And we both expected it to just be like, oh, it's the Browns. Like the Bengals, like this should be 24-3 the Bengals, right? Like, right?
At least, yeah. It was just a huge upset, but I think the Bengals will bounce back. They'll be fine. I really need them to for my fantasy, but yeah, I think they'll do good for the rest of the year. They're going to be in the playoffs. They'll be fine.
Joe Burrow's going to do just fine. He didn't play preseason. He was hurt. So this is technically his kind of warm-up game, or at least that's how I'm kind of seeing it from, especially after looking at the box score.
He also hasn't been practicing that much because he's been injured. So, but it was just ironic because he signed the biggest contract in NFL history.
Yeah, and just absolutely shits the bed.
But he'll be fine. Let us know what y'all think. Do y'all think the Browns are going to do anything this year? Y'all already know the Bengals are going to be good. Appreciate y'all watching. Later.